second season of Respect Right podcast. I'm here with my guest, JCannon. How you doing, Jonathan?
Doing good, doing good.
All right, he's here today to bring some insight and insight about his businesses, his current journey, what he got going on. A lot of things I didn't know that I'm interested in. So we want to pass it over to Jonathan. Hopefully we learn something new today. So Jonathan, are you born and raised in San Antonio? Give me a little history about you.
No, I'm actually from Killeen, Texas. My parents are military. I was born on a military base called Fort Hood. Lived there most of my life, and then my dad got orders to move to Pennsylvania for a little bit. I was in a little small town called Carlisle. I don't know if you know where that's at, but it's where the Army depot for the War College for the new folks coming in and studying to be an officer. So we were there in Carlisle for about 4 years, and then came right back to Texas.
Okay. So what brought you from Killeen to San Antonio?
Yeah, work. You know, like most folks moving around. I was over at USAA. Working at their financial centers that they had throughout the country, and you know, in the corporate world, a lot of things are beyond your control, so they decided to sunset those financial centers, and I had the opportunity to relocate to the headquarters here in San Antonio, and everything else just took off from there.
So you like Killeen over San Antonio, or vice versa?
I mean, my hometown is my hometown, but San Antonio was a welcome change because it was a big city coming from Killeen. You know, it's a little bit smaller, so. Yeah, I mean, San Antonio is a family-oriented city, I'd say. So, but it's not as hustle and bustle as you see like Dallas or Houston or any of those other major spots.
Yeah, I would think it's going to be like be up and coming just because of what the Spurs got going on, and
Right.
they bring in like a lot of main attraction.
Right.
A lot of people want to come here and play now because of them, and obviously because of Wemby. So I feel like give it about 5 years,
Agree.
the city will do a whole 360, and everybody that left. Gonna end up wanting to come back and why leave San Antonio
Right.
live right now? You know, they got everything. But yeah, so Carlisle, Pennsylvania. You know, Philly is like we won't even consider ourselves Pennsylvania. We consider ourselves Philadelphia, and then it's Pennsylvania.
Yes, Pennsylvania.
But yeah, outside of that, we only recognize the small towns like Pottstown.
Yeah.
You know, just a small Carlisle. I don't even know if that's up north, Midwest, up south. I don't know where that's at.
It's like lower central, I guess, right off of the major turnpike that, you know, you can jump on the turnpike, go straight to Philly or whatever.
Oh, so it's off the PE turnpike.
Yep.
It's before Jersey, then. Or
Way before Jersey.
okay. I think coming from Jersey is like exit 6. I want to say like exit to the PA or something like that.
Yeah.
One of them exits, something like
It's
that.
been so long, but yeah, I just remember jumping on and, you know, getting anywhere. My dad's originally from York, so.
York, PA. Okay. See, York got a lot of history. But
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like it's just nothing, but it's
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't know about York, but it has some rich history.
they get busy up there. All right, so for people meeting you for the first time, how do you describe what you do when someone asks, "What's your job?"
That's a good question, and everyone always looks crazy when I give the answer, but my main job, I'm a product manager, product owner. I just like to say product, and really what I'm doing is building out experiences in the digital world, and especially in the FinTech space, deposits, you know, being able to open up a bank account online using your mobile app, right, or on the website, on .com, or desktop, being able to do transfers within your mobile app. So everyone thinks it looks easy, right? They want it to happen right now, but there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to build out those experiences for folks like yourself to be able to bank normally in their, you know, day-to-day lives. That's the extent of what I've done in my corporate career. I did have a little stint over at Pizza Hut US, working in their e-commerce space. Same thing, website, mobile app, building out those experiences. You want to order pizza? You want it to be easy? Like, let's make it easy for you, right? But yeah, it's been quite a journey in the technology space. I'll say that.
So, what was your original path into tech?
I just fell into it, fell in my lap. I'll be 100% honest. My first job at the age of 16 years old, I don't even think they allow people to work at 16 nowadays, but I was 16 working at a bank, okay, and on post on the military base. So it was all about connections and who you know. So I had the opportunity, me and my brother, Vic Rogers, shout out to Vic, we were the only 2 black men at that age in high school working at a bank. And yeah, the rest is history from there, because I took all that frontline knowledge and everything that I learned from the banking world and literally went into an individual contributor role behind the scenes, building out those digital experiences. So real quick, I'll give you a little bit more into my background. First job was at a bank, went to college, got my degree, came back to that same bank as a supervisor, because again, you don't want to burn bridges, right? Relationships are strong and key to a lot of folks' success. And when I was able to do that, I got a little antsy, wanted to make some more money. Took a job at Enterprise Rent-A-Car because they were paying a great salary at the time. And in that moment, I, take it as a loss, but in hindsight, I learned a lot about business 101. I got my unofficial business degree from Enterprise, is what I tell people. And so from there, I went back into the banking world and just continued to grow in that space, like learn everything from investments, group insurance, group life insurance, everything you can think of. At the time in 2015, before apps were big, I was the app. I was taking all the applications, credit cards, mortgages, anything you can think of. And that just, like a book, like a sponge, just in absorbing it all. And from there, I just, again, like I was mentioning earlier, fell into the digital space with all that knowledge. And, hey, they're not talking like that in the real world. Like, we know we're bankers, but let's make it easy for the customer on the other side.
Yeah.
And that's really what I strive to try to build out.
I'm kind of sad because growing up in our school system, we wasn't taught like, hey, this is going to be the future. They didn't prepare us what's coming. They just like, oh, this is the standard. You pass this, you move on. You get a degree, you find a job. But they didn't. First of all, I'll be honest with you, and I don't know if you might can agree. Growing up in high school and things like that. How old are you?
Oh, I'll be 40 this year.
Okay, you'll be 40, so we'll be 4 years apart. We wasn't even thinking about the term app. Open up your phone, get an app, or online banking. It was back when we growing up. It was the Mac machine, MAC. It was the Mac. You go to the Mac and get money. We used to say tap Mac. That was our term back in the day. You go tap Mac. So, like I said, all this technology. I say technology is amazing. I still don't understand the majority of it. I don't get it. But this technology is amazing.
It is. And I'll just say to your point, the Mac used to call it the money card. When I was in high school, but you're right. We weren't thinking like that. It was really, us as a community thinking like that and spreading it amongst ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Being where I was at, I had the opportunity to meet a lot of amazing people, and there were a lot of like-minded folks in the regard of, let's look at how we can make money, let's be some hustlers, let's do some things that other people aren't doing, right? And that came with like reading books too. One book that I spread to a lot of my friends back in high school was the Rich Dad Poor Dad book.
I heard about that book.
Very, very good. Just thinking through about money and how to, navigate different things in your life. Like, it's not just about the finances. That book gave you a little bit of a, I don't want to say unofficial map, but thinking in that world and how to navigate it. So, yeah.
So what was the moment where you figured out, like, yo, this digital, this is my lane. Like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, when did it click? Like, you might have been like, okay, I'm dabbing in it, but hold on, this is what I want to do right now.
Right. No, but listen, that, from the time I moved to San Antonio, I became here in 2017. I was doing the individual contributor role in the digital space. Man, I'd say probably about 2.5 years in, I was like, yeah, this is my jam right here. Because again, in those 2 years, I was able to, create some experiences, enhance some experiences. There's one experience out there right now that's still live. If you bank with USAA, it's called ATM debit card increase, and you can go onto the app and increase your cash withdrawal amount from the ATM, right? Soldiers were coming into the financial center trying to get more cash out, but they didn't know how to do it. So I would literally walk them through on the app on how to do that. And during that time, I learned a lot about things that they were experiencing, barriers to get additional cash. So when I got to that role, I was like, hey, there's an issue that we need to try to solve that's happening to our members. And that was like gold, right? I saved the company off of that one experience. Within 4 months' time, roughly about $100,000 in cost to the call center. So that was like, okay, so this is what we're doing? Like, I can do this. I can go find some problems and try to solve them.
Yeah, because most banks, like growing up, they had like preset withdrawal limits, like $500 or $250 or something like that. And after 500, you have to wait till midnight to the day refreshing to take out more money. So that used to be a pain, though. I ain't gonna lie, it used to be a pain, especially when I started playing pro ball. And I was, making money, and I'm like, I don't carry cash, but they gave us these bank cards, bro. They gave us these cards, bro. Let's go to the ATM and get money out. So you having a good time, all of a sudden you can't take no more money.
Exactly.
What happened? Oh, you gotta wait 24 hours. Why I gotta pay for my money? Like, what are you talking about?
It's mine. Like, what are we doing? So
so they should call a lot of problem being out, like, having a good time, and you're like, man, you exceeded your daily withdrawal limit.
Yep. Multiple times, and I definitely pat myself on the back for removing that friction and allowing folks to go in multiple times, right? And of course, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. There's fraud, engine, front-end risk, and all that stuff. Make sure you're who you are, and it's a great experience to this day.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. You're currently a product owner in digital at security service.
Yeah.
What does that role actually look like day to day?
Yeah. So right now, and I would say this for a vast majority of smaller credit union style banks and even smaller retail banks in general, there's a huge transformation happening in the digital world. Platforms that used to be able to sustain in-house being built on premise are starting to be very, very antiquated. And so a lot of these large institutions are looking for vendors to help continue their experiences, their online banking platform, etc. And so that's where we're at right now currently. We're in this huge transformation within our new online banking platform that we're building out, and we're bringing finally for the first time a true commercial services experience for those large corporations and smaller mom and pop businesses as well. But it's not like we're shoving a round peg into a square hole, right? So, and I say that because those small businesses were kind of operating on a platform that didn't serve them well. And so now we actually have a dedicated platform for businesses that we're building out. And that's where I'm at. I'm on the commercial services side, building that out building out that experience, working with multiple stakeholders. You got your engineering teams, your design teams, my commercial services team, making sure what they're asking for, we're representing well in the experience. And of course, the larger part is the vendor that's helping us get this transformation, to production. So a lot of moving parts, day to day. Let's say I usually get to work about 7:30 in the morning, and it's heavy meetings majority of the day.
As soon as you walk in.
As soon as I walk in, probably like 8:30. You know what I mean? Give myself a little bit of a moment to check previous emails. People be working late overnight, so I'm like, what they doing? Email sending at 10 o'clock at night. Let me see what they're talking about. It impacts me. And then again, meetings all day, answering emails, and then I leave probably about 4:30. I try not to stay too late. I got a family, so I'm like, I'm here early. I'm leaving early too. That's my motto.
Should be the motto. People respect the time.
That's right.
That's right. Balance out work life and like family life and social life, but sometimes it don't work that way. They don't respect it.
And I'll tell you, it was a change because I've been remote for like the last, 6-7 years, even before COVID. Like, take my laptop, go work anywhere. As long as the job is getting done, ain't nobody worried about you. And when COVID hit, obviously everybody was remote. I'm like, we've been doing this. What else is new? But now with this new job, I'm having to commute 30 minutes into the office, and man, it's been an adjustment. I'll say that.
And FinTech, what's harder, itself? What's harder, the tech itself or navigating regulation, like through trust and security?
Ooh. FinTech, it's a unique spot. I'd say the regulation, it's a highly regulatory industry, right? So you got to make sure you understand a lot of banking 101. And lucky for me in the position that I'm in, I get to have a legal and compliance representative with me on almost every type of situation that involves a decision being made, right? Check with legal compliance and make sure we're speaking our language, make sure it's, legally we're able to say that, and then doesn't impact any type of regulation. When it comes to the actual technology, there's a learning curve in anything that you do, right? And so I wasn't a developer or a coder or anything, but my sweet spot was the fact that I've worked on the front line. I know banking, regulations, policies, procedures in and out. So that helped propel me into that role to be able to, build out those experiences that a customer or a member can connect with.
This is a topic or a subject that most people really couldn't understand. Like if you ask the average person, they'd be like, "What you talking about?"
Right.
FinTech. Because like even if you like, so even like most of the athletes, when they're talking about like how they make money off the court or off the field, they always say, "Oh, I invested into this FinTech.
Right.
I invested into this digital whatever." Like, and people they don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. They just explain it on TV. Like, this is what I invested in, and then you find out, oh, so and so made 140, 50 million off this FinTech or this digital currency that he had since 2002. He was just sitting on it, and now all of a sudden he sold it for 20 times his money. Now he's rich. So
Yeah.
like I said, it's a lot of that FinTech. I feel like anything tech is going to be the future. Anything tech.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of smaller companies that are just trying to get their name out there, get buy-in, but it has to be smart, right? It has to make sense because, like we always see, they pump this company up to a certain valuation and then it just crash, right? Like, we don't want to do that, but you are right with what you're saying.
So, all right. So you didn't stop at FinTech.
Right.
You also run an e-commerce apparel store, right?
Yeah.
So what sparked the idea for the DA Holly Shop TF? You explain to people what that is and what started it, where the idea come from.
Yeah, so, everything that I've learned in my corporate role when I came to San Antonio as an individual contributor in the technology space, I'm like, I'm sure there's more out here. Like, there has to be some things that I can learn. And a little YouTube clip, a little TikTok clip here and there, and make it look so easy. The whole drop shipping thing where you can go through a platform and a vendor, set up your store, connect it to Shopify, create some shirts, and bam, you got a store online. I was like, they lying. There ain't no way. And I literally watched one of their videos and did it step by step, and I had a store open. I was like, holy smokes, like, really? It can't be this easy. And then, so this was during a time during COVID, so we had a little bit of extra time on our hands, right? I was able to use AI a lot and generate images of our likeness. So when you go to my store, I know it has a little bit of a negative connotation where it's like, all black this, all black that, black. And I'm just like, I get it. I want to support us in anything that we do, but I don't want to pigeonhole myself into a corner where I'm not opening the market up for everybody, right? But when you go to my page, you're going to see Black Santa Claus, Black elves, a lot of MLK, a lot of, for Black History Month, all the things. But the idea behind the Holiday Shop TX was, I want us to be represented in a lot of holidays where, again, I made wrapping paper with black elves on it and families. I got a puzzle with a black family on it at Christmas time by the fire. Just little small things that go a long way. And that was the idea. Create a holiday shop that shows us and our likeliness for any holiday throughout the year. And that's kind of how it was born. And it kind of went multiple angles because I was doing t-shirts for class reunions. I did my class reunion t-shirt. I did my mom's. And it was dope. My mom's was a tape deck because it was her 40th year and it had the A side and the B side, right? But mine was from 2004, so I had a CD with summer mix written on it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm trying to find that nice sweet spot of anyone needing any custom things made, etc.
Familiarize to people like, oh, that was me one time. I that CD, that's dope.
Exactly.
So we rocking 04, we had CDs. So
Yep. So and it's been quite successful. I did about 5,000 to 6,000 in sales, just organic. I wasn't doing any marketing, sharing with my friends. Hey, check out my site. Look at this, look at that, and it's worked out.
Well, good thing you're here now. Hey, audience, here's a holiday shop, black owned. Before you leave here, we're gonna drop the link, give you the website. Make sure you do your holiday shopping with this Black King right here.
Appreciate that. I do.
So I kind of, I guess I'm gonna lean towards the online store in a minute because I'm gonna actually have merch for this once I actually get it to where I want to, just not nothing crazy, just like hoodies, sweatpants, and a hat and t-shirts, like nothing crazy. But what would you say people underestimate about running an online shop? Like, what they underestimate about it?
It's a lot of maintenance. Like, if you go to my store right now, and I don't know when you'll air this or whatever, but I'll make sure that it's going to be fixed after this. I got Valentine's Day stuff up there, but obviously Valentine's Day is in Black History Month, right? So it's being able to make sure you have your banners updated, pricing, the theme at the current time, trying to keep up with the trends and all that. So it's just a lot of maintenance. getting it set up, and once you run it, that's autopilot. But if those that are really good and savvy are constantly updating, looking at things, adding different items to their, to the merch and stuff, and to their wall, but that's it, the maintenance part of it.
You got black cupids.
I should do that. I should do some black cupids. I have all my Valentine's Day stuff up there now, but what I did was I went to Etsy, and Etsy allows you to go on there and purchase like a page of 150 items on there, right? Like say for example, for Valentine's Day, and it's all images. So you take those images and you upload it to the page or your shirt or your hoodie or whatever it is, a mug. And so I was trying to be a little quick and sufficient at the time, or efficient at the time rather, and just cut and paste, drag, drop type thing.
Yeah.
But hearing you say that, I definitely should have a black cupid on there. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Black cupid with let me see, cupid. Or if you keep the original color cupid, you can go a brown bow and arrow with brown draws. Just alternate it, like give it different colorways.
Yeah. I like that.
Black cupid.
I'm taking that idea. Look, this is very handy in everything that you do. You always have something, or your phone for those that like to take notes in their phone, but I always take notes on paper.
Look at me giving out entrepreneur advice.
Absolutely.
Look at this.
Absolutely. I
It's
take
an evolution.
Hey, listen, feedback is a gift, okay? And I take it.
I'll let you know now, when you do next year, if you got the black cupid, I will be the first to buy the black cupid.
That is
You're gonna hear first.
That is on. Yeah.
And it will be brought to the podcast. Hey, it's Valentine's Day. Make sure you get y'all black cupid up there.
That's a full circle moment right there.
Especially if it's black love.
Yes.
Black love, black cupid works.
Right.
So you did over 5,000 sales in
Yep.
sales. That's amazing. Like, if you profit anything, if you're able to gain attention and get someone to buy something from you, I just automatically think that's good. I don't care the dollar amount. If you get somebody to buy anything you create, I just think that's just dope. Like,
Agreed.
He didn't sell that much. I don't give a goddamn if he sold 0.001. He sold something. Like, he got people to buy in. Like, so what worked and what didn't work? Like, what worked for you?
Just me being out there on the grind and hustling, right? Letting everyone know what I'm doing. It starts with your friends, and then it'll essentially get to people that you don't know. So I show the URL, the website to a lot of my friends. I'm like, listen, I'm your guy. What y'all need? Y'all want Christmas PJs for Christmas? What y'all want? I can do that. What do y'all need? And it just really took off. Like I said, I was able to do the 40th class reunion for my mother. My brother-in-law wanted me to do his church for his reunion coming up. I did my reunion. But see, here's the thing. I'll tell you like this. Anything I do, I try to do it, all the way in strategically. And in my city, Killeen, there's 4 high schools. Well, 4 high schools when I was there. There's a 5th one now. But so what I did was, since I knew I was going to do the T-shirts, I called the district. I said, hey, district, my reunion's coming up with Shoemaker High School. I want to do T-shirts. Can I get the logos for the high school, for my high school? She was like, yeah, we'll give them to you. We'll give you all of them. I was like, what? And so if you're not like paying attention or really involved with what you're doing, that probably would have fell on deaf ears. Like, well, I don't need all of them. I just want mine. I took it to the next level. I ended up creating that one shirt for my reunion, and then I switched it for all the high schools and put their logos and their colors on those shirts.
For that year.
For 04. So now my wife's class is like, hey, you did those shirts? Can you do a little custom thing for us? And I got them to buy in. And I reached out to my cousin's high school, and they're like, yeah, we don't do our own thing. That's fair. Here's an idea that you can take and run with. Obviously, I did have a few people come by.
I was about to say, I guarantee somebody was like, where you get that from?
Facts.
My cousin. How we get those?
Yep.
Your school turned them down. Nah, I don't care. I need some.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's always, that's the kicker when somebody tell you no, say this was, I had a company of about 10 people working here, right?
Yeah.
And you came here today, and you was like, yo, I can make you some merch for your podcast, et cetera, customized, right? And you go to them like, yo, you want anything made? I can make something for you, not expensive, just because we're trying it out right now. Oh no, I'm good. Then I say, yeah. I come in here with the stick. Yo, where you get that?
Yep.
What you mean where I get it? Jonathan asked you if you want, you said you didn't want it. Oh, well, no, I didn't know. You know what? I didn't know it was gonna look like that. What do you mean you didn't?
What do you mean? Yep, I get that all the
buy a hoodie for $30.
Right.
I can buy a hoodie.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, even if it don't fit the reason why I bought it, if it's not, I'm going to wear the hoodie. The weather going to change, so I'm going to eventually wear the hoodie anyway.
Exactly.
And then if I don't like it, somebody else will like it, and they're going to wear it to, for the reason why they wear
Every
it.
single time it happens that way. It does.
So how do you balance out demanding FinTech role and running business on the side without burning out? Like, it got to be exhausting, and with the family, with the wife and kids.
Yeah, man.
Like how do you balance all this out? You got a team?
It's just me. It's just me, bro. I've always been a high energy person.
Please tell me you got some. Let me see. You got some whiskey on the side, some bourbon, some old school records, a candle, and please tell me you got something to lock you in the zone.
I do like a good whiskey, for sure. A little pure white Hennessy if I can get my hands on it. But no, listen. My family's definitely my motivating factor. A lot of this kind of spawned from, I went through a layoff. Went through 2 layoffs actually. I went through a layoff and here was that. Life is moving. I think it was 20. Yeah. Okay. So the most recent one. Let me go in reverse order. The most recent layoff, I was at Pizza Hut US, and they laid me off right when I came back from Cancun. Okay. The one before that, I was at Rocket Mortgage. Oh, I'm sorry. No, not Cancun. I went to Cancun and then got the job at security, so that was a blessing.
Okay.
When I got laid off from Pizza Hut, I had just got back from Aruba. Took my whole family to Aruba for vacation, for spring break, to come back and get that news. So from that time, it was March of 25 till October. Luckily, the year before that, when I got laid off from Rocket Mortgage, again, product manager, same space, but the mortgage market was in the tank during that COVID year.
Yeah.
That's when a lot of the stuff started ringing bells. I was very happy to get laid off, believe it or not, I was, because this was the second opportunity that it had come to me. The first time I was like, I'm not getting laid off, I'm not taking that package, because I still got work to do.
Yeah.
But I said to myself, if this ever happens to me again, I'm going to take it, because it's going to be the right time. And so when I took that one, I launched my notary business too. I know you're probably going to get to that in a minute, but I launched my notary business and the t-shirt business. And it was just, listen, I'm in this position right now. I don't have a full-time job. My family needs to eat. What you going to do? Now that hustle in me has been in me since I was a kid, right? I've always gone door to door. Hey, you need to take your trash down. You need to mow your grass. And I had newspaper route, all that stuff. I shout out to my mama because she was always the one you going to make some money. You going to be out here hustling. You ain't going to be scared. And that is carried me a lot throughout my career. Yeah. And so again, to your point, balancing. Oh yeah, mama. Shout out to mama all day. Balancing it is not hard when you have responsibilities that you have at home and want them to see you being successful, to empower them, and anybody that comes into my world. My son's kids, everybody. I want them to see success.
Ain't nothing given to you.
That's
See,
right.
Daddy, I'm gonna show you how to go get it.
That's right.
I went and got it. Ain't nobody gave me nothing. I got laid off, what you saw.
That's right.
I went through what I went through, but ultimately I went and got what I wanted. Nobody gave me nothing. Nobody never gonna give you nothing.
Listen, by the grace of God, everything was just, they didn't have any disruption. They didn't know any different. Had roof over our head, clothes on our back, and didn't miss a meal. I can't do anything else but thank God for that.
All right, so of course, I'm gonna dive into the notary since you.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No problem at all. So you're a notary public, a notary signing agent, and a remote online notary. How did that I never even heard of. I heard of everything but the remote online notary. So how did this even open up this opportunity? What is this about?
Listen, y'all. Researching is a must in anything that you do. Lucky for me, I was a notary at the bank for a long time, but didn't know there was a way to make additional money. So when I came to USAA at the corporate spot, I was the only notary on my floor. People walking by, I had a little notary sign. Hey, sure, I'll take care of it. But I was I got tired of doing it. I'm not doing this no more. It's a distraction. I'm trying to do other things. So when COVID hit, and I was hearing about, leading up to COVID hit, about notaries and the things that you can do with it. When it actually happened, I took that little money that they sent us and invested in myself. And so I got my stamp back, and then I started going in even further as far as, because again, COVID happened, so that remote online stuff was fairly new, but they had to have it because no one was seeing anybody face to face.
So as a is you.
It's
You
me.
stamp and whatever they got to get a hand over our attorney or
Whatever document they
your
need.
stamp is for that.
Yep. So that's face to face. If I have my stamp, right, that's actually in my bag because I always carry it with me. You never know. I can stamp it. But in the virtual world, it's like, hey, there's a platform. There's a bunch of platforms out there. I've signed up for 2 of them that I think are the most legit. It's encrypted. It's secure. It's safe. And they actually verifying questions. You show your ID, and then I'm able to, stamp it virtually too. So you provide your documents, you take a picture of it, upload it, and then we jump on a call, like a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bam, bam, you are who you say you are, and get you on your way. It's pretty cool stuff. It's pretty cool technology, I must say. I was quite impressed by it when I signed up for it.
Why do you think it's so? Why do you? For me, I think I know why. Why do you think it's such a game changer that people don't know about? Like what? Because like I said, if like sometimes like in Philadelphia, right? When you go register your car and things like that, a lot of this stuff need to be notarized.
Right.
And a lot of the companies close at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
So it's like sometimes you can't take off work because you can't.
Yep.
You just can't. Like,
Yep.
It is what it is. And then the weekend when you try to go, the line is from here to Nebraska, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? Then you get there like, why do you think that's a game changer? And is it 24 hours? Like, is that?
I'm open any day, anytime. If someone calls me like you need something notarized, I'll take care of them. Right? Like it's so impactful and just crazy good because it allows your availability to go through the roof. And so the biggest thing for me that I saw was when I was able to do the real estate closings in the virtual world. Because a lot of times, when you go do this stuff in person, it's like 150 pages. And you're just sitting there like, shit, nah, I done spent time, money, gas, print to do this notary. And after you take out all those expenses, it's like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I spending my wheels? You do the remote online notary, it's safe, it's convenient, it's very, very quick and fast, right? You sign up, I'm done 15 minutes, I email them the paperwork. Done, right? Versus now I gotta travel back, I gotta drop the docs off at FedEx, it has to go through. Like, man, the remote online thing is a game changer. So, and I'm more than happy to even show people how to sign up for it, right? Because I think there's a lot of people on those platforms. It might be a saturated market, but who cares? You gotta make your own way. They say that about everything, right? Everything's saturated at this point, but you gotta carve your own way. And that's what I've been able to do. I work with title companies here locally. I have a direct relationship with escrow officers. They send me deals, right? Like that's what you have to do. It's a personalized, business essentially.
So it's not too much of this, but you close both commercial and consumer real estate deals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what's the most interesting transaction you've been a part of?
The one where you're doing a closing on, well, for the real estate specifically, or just in general?
Whichever one you feel like was the most important. Like, interesting.
Whenever you're dealing with people that are going through divorce or have animosity towards each other and they got to get a document signed. Like I had this one couple, I did a notary for them. They were divorced or not divorced, separated. I went over there, but they was cool as shit though. I was like,
It was like vibing out, like
like talking about stuff that's coming up, and I'm just like, okay, here you go. That was an easy one, but I've had it where there's a little bit of animosity. Like, are they going to be on the call? No, we need to have 2 separate calls. I don't want to see them. Like, that's virtual.
I guess that definitely will be interesting because you don't find too many couples who's still vibing out and cool after they know they're about to be legit broken up. Like, unless it just was like some completely mutual. Like, listen.
Oh, they were doing a refinance, so they were restructuring their home, but he wasn't living there, but he still had to sign papers because his name was on the house. That's what
I mean, in court, the money changes the value of the house and who gets what.
Yeah.
But I still think, like, even in those situations, it's like, to go off topic a little bit, it's like, you don't find people that's just vibing out, like, yo, we can separate it, but only, I feel like, if it's, like, mutual, like, hey, we tried. We still love each other. We cool.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got no bad blood. You still my dog. Like, we just, I can't give you what you want. You can't give me what I want. But ultimately, we still cool. We probably got a kid together or 2. We Gucci. We just can't be together. It is what it is.
A mutual parting of ways for sure.
It is rare. It's probably like a 2% rate of people that's actually cool with. Because I had a homie. He been married like 3 times. Married like 3 first wife was the one he was actually supposed to stay with, right? His second wife was the one he never even was supposed to meet. His third wife is the one he's with now. It's his other person, like she's good people.
Yeah.
But the first wife, how they divorced. We was playing ball, so we was in 2 different countries. I'm on a divorce. I don't have enough time with you. I can't spend time overseas, etc. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They get a divorce, but you would think that it would affect him. Like, bro, he ain't gonna have a good game. He can't focus. He's like, you know, it's cool. It is what it is. Like, I was like, bro, we on the other side of the world. You just okay?
Right.
But that's a whole nother conversation topic. So you hosted virtual depositions using AI, right?
Yeah.
So how is technology changing legal and notary work right now?
Listen, that whole notary deposition, I just found out what the actual title was because they were calling us notary liaisons. Now I found out we're called digital reporters.
Digital reporters?
Yeah. They sent out a little mass email newsletter talking about all the things, and so that was one of the things. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I got to take a little class and get certified, but that's down the road. But listen, the lawyers are really embracing the technology in that respect because the deposition, the lawyers agree to a time, and that person that's being the witness or whoever is the one giving their deposition on whatever the situation is, right? So I jump on these calls. I'm with these lawyers. I had a little bit of interest in legal and poli-science in college and stuff like that. So I know what I'm dealing with, and as a notary, it comes with a little bit of stature. So getting in those calls and helping those lawyers out with AI that transcribes the entire call while we're on it. I'm swearing in the witness, keeping us on and off the record. They're like, this is absolutely crazy that we're able to do this now. Like, a lot of lawyers don't even know that this stuff exists still. So it's still kind of early in the adoption phase. So to your point earlier about things that we didn't know about, if you hear anything about AI transcribing and have some money to invest, I would do that because it's taking the place of courtroom reporters, it's allowing the lawyers to move a lot faster on things, and it's just an all-in-all good tool for them to have and be able to leverage whenever they do these things.
AI is dangerous. AI is dangerous.
To an extent, it's dangerous because it's humans doing it with anything. Like a gun sitting on the table is just a gun, but when you put a hand on it and pull the trigger, then it becomes dangerous, right? Same thing with AI.
I'm just saying, some of the stuff you see online is like, what I mean by dangerous is like, they can take our voice, put it on something. We had no idea, we had nothing to do with that, was nowhere near where, but it's just, they put our voice to it, and it can be, I guess, down the line, it can be transcribed and actually scream like, oh, that's not really him, or etc. Or find out that they wasn't there. But some of the stuff be crazy, like, bro, like AI is getting up. Sometimes you don't know what's real, like the pictures.
Yes, that's the part right there.
It's a girl on Instagram who made her whole page is AI.
Wow.
Her whole image is AI. Everything you don't know it's not her. She did a live video. Was like, yeah, my whole page is AI. None of that is real. It's all fake. You cannot tell. Like you cannot
That
tell.
is insane.
Like Matt Barnes, we're not on the topic. Matt Barnes,
Yeah.
He was paying a shorty.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that article. Yeah, he got catfished. Yeah.
No, not catfish. AI.
Well, I mean,
It was an AI girl.
It was posing as but to your point, yeah.
Yeah, it was an AI chick. They never met her.
Yep.
Never did nothing. Just was talking to her through DMs and shit. Bro.
I think the article that I saw said he was catfished by an AI. That's what
Okay. I get it, but what I'm saying is it wasn't a person. It was AI completely. It's dangerous, bro. You just spent like $40,000 so this girl wouldn't expose him. Like, bruh, like AI is dangerous.
Well, then, I mean, to your point, someone was behind that, pulling the trigger on that, right? It wasn't like AI that took off on its own. And there are different levels of AI. We're at the very early stages, and I don't want to, because there's a lot in that regard. But there are AIs that are able to think for themselves and do things, right? But they haven't released that stuff yet. It's still, to an extent, I shouldn't say that they haven't, because it could be out there. We don't know, right? But there are that next level type of AIs, which that is dangerous in my opinion too.
So you completed over 700 notarizations in 1 year.
Oh man, yeah.
700.
Yeah, bro. I was out there getting it.
700.
And that's all in. That's mortgages, closings, just general notarizations too. Like, hey, I got to do this for my kid. They need it notarized. Hey, I'm changing the title on my car. Can you help me? Like, yeah, anything and everything.
But I would assume that takes some type of discipline, like, because say you could be in a house, you know, family time, reading a book, just whatever. Somebody calls you, hey, all right, son, I'll be back. I gotta get up and run and go do some notary stuff.
It happened sometimes, yeah.
Like,
yeah, it wasn't the greatest either. Like, I had to, early on when I first started doing it, it was like, oh, I'm, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'm ready to get after it and go. But then after a while, I'm like, okay, this ain't enough for me to leave my house, right? Like, that's where I'm at now. If it's not 175 or better, then sometimes I'll do 150 depending on what it is. I ain't leaving the house, not doing it. And I kind of swayed away from more of the general notaries, where it's the little small one-off docs, and really focusing on the real estate and commercial closings, because that's where you can make the money at.
That's where you make break at.
Yeah.
So you volunteered as an athletic director to help build 2 youth basketball programs, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you, it's I wouldn't say a dumb question, but
No, please.
it's a question as to where, though, I know why, but why was it so important for you to help develop the programs?
Yeah.
Like, is it because you felt like you was the kid in them shoes at one point and you didn't have this opportunity back then and you wanted to give back what you know, or was it something where it was like, okay, is a window open, let me just go in it and see what I can do with it, or this was like you was passionate about it? Like, talk to us about the program.
That's a great question. And so my background, when I went to college, I went to University of Nebraska at Kearney. I played football up there, D2. We won a conference championship in 2005. So it was my redshirt freshman year, and I did play. I did sit on the bench the whole time.
Position?
Defensive tackle. Man, I used to be 300 pounds, so yeah, lost a lot of
Like
weight.
I say, D tackle.
Yeah, I was out there, bro. I was out there, but I got myself together. Going into that role, having that background of a sports administrator, athletic director, all that, I found myself being an athletic director for the Judson Junior Rockets, a small youth football program over in Converse on the northeast side. And so once football season ended, me being the business mind and savvy person that I claim myself to be, I'm like, hey, where's everybody going? Like, I see people signing up for other teams, doing basketball, track, all that stuff. I'm like, why we a one-trick pony? Why we only do football? And so that's when I started, like, let's do the basketball. And so reached out to the people, did it. My inspiration for it goes back to, I peaked at 9th grade with basketball, bro. I'll just tell you that right now. Like, once we left Pennsylvania, it was like, you want basketball or you want football? And I was like, okay, I'm in Texas, so I guess I'm going to do football, because I was too far behind the curve with basketball.
Yeah.
And I want my kids to experience that, right? I really didn't want them to experience anything that I did, or from a negative part of me not being able to be as successful on the basketball court. Now, at this age, I go out there, everybody's trash, so it's okay, right?
That's the worst thing you want to hear as a parent. Like, Dad, you was trash.
Right.
Bro, you talking like you was good. You was trash, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then you gotta go, I'll cook you right now.
Yes.
I'll figure out what you do. Let's go outside now. Nutcracker right now.
That's right.
Like,
Yep.
Kids is out of pocket these days when they talk to their parents.
They are. But not mine, though. They're good. But yeah, so that was kind of the inspiration to start those programs and get going. And it was successful. Like, my first year with the Rockets, I had 3 teams. I had 4th and 5th grade. 4th and 5th graders, 6th and 7th grade, and I had a high school team. And we did, local things here around the city. It was a great turnout. Did it for 3 seasons, and then football came back. So I had to focus on football again. I'm the only one, leading the charge in a lot of these efforts. Had a great support system as far as what do you need, but no one willing to really, take the charge and lead things going forward. And then once, I left that organization, I had the pleasure of, installing another one with another organization here in town, a nonprofit. We were called For Real Sports Academy. Shout out to For Real. And again, same concept, 3 teams out the gate, high school, middle school, elementary, and doing local things, and just trying to cement these young men and women into things that they might not have been exposed to your point. Like, I didn't play basketball at that level. Hell, I didn't play football until the 7th grade. Right? My kids are playing it at age 5, right? So there's a lot of learning from that I'm like, I'm going to take it and make sure my kids don't experience what I did.
So it wasn't like a demand after y'all was so successful, like, All right, like where you going? Like what happened in basketball? Like
Yes.
what's going on? Like,
Yes.
it wasn't a demand.
Yes, there was. It was a complete demand. But I don't know if you know this. The youth sports world is crazy. It's a $1 billion industry right now, but it is crazy between the owners. I love my volunteers and parents, but the parents are the most of the headache. And so I just had to get out of that situation. I'll just tell you like that. It wasn't bad. I didn't leave on bad terms, but it was time for a change. And so the refresh happened. People still calling me today. But the good thing is they started it back up. And my son is actually paying for that team. So I'm glad y'all were able to keep it going. So, yeah.
So what lessons from youth sports translates directly into leadership, product, or entrepreneurship?
Man, when I came, you guys had some fire questions. So when I came to the first organization, right, they were antiquated in a lot of ways. And what I mean by that is taking cash, right? Everyone's collecting the money at one time, then it's being moved over. I'm like, you have a whole damn website. Why aren't you taking payments to the website? So I was able to redesign their website, bring payments onto it, and people were able to, submit their payments virtually and get to the owner's bank account, right? Same thing with anything that we do as far as uniform orders, merch, all that stuff. Like that website, let's do it. So that's how it came full circle. Now you throw in the sports apparel, I was able to start doing that on the side too, believe it or not. So now I'm talking with manufacturers, based out of Pakistan, India, and I'm like, hey, I don't want no middleman because everyone's gonna make a little bit of cheese off of us. I get it, but how do you talk to us directly, help us build out our products and etc. So that was another full circle moment, having had the experience prior to building out my e-commerce store. So now I'm leveraging, the drop shipping, and I got a manufacturer. But that's what it is. In anything that you're going to try to put yourself in, you got to think strategically. It's not something that everybody can do, but when you start to do it repeatedly, it starts to become second nature. So anything I see or do, I'm looking past what y'all looking at. I'm looking at the strategic opportunity, the opportunity within the opportunity, just to try to make it, come full circle based off of what I know.
Yeah, I always thought, so I'm trying to think. So when we was growing up, it wasn't a whole big fashion thing when it came to sports. Like it wasn't who looked the coolest. It wasn't. We had the big shorts, long socks, headbands. So I guess from your standpoint is you got this new youth basketball team, the Rockets.
Yeah.
And your team got fire jerseys, fire warm-ups, then they got book bags and stuff.
Yep.
The other team looking like, boys must be good. They look good. The boys good. And then now it's like, all right, coach, I'm gonna holler at you. Then how do you get? Where you get this from? Then it goes, oh, you need this? I got you. Let me talk to you. So I guess it's like it's a win-win. It's a win-win because you get to give back, you get to and give. You get to give back and give basically. So how do you define impact when it comes to community work? Like how do you define it? I'm impacting my community. Define the word impact.
I think anything that you put, your head into with the right sense of heart, you can be impactful, right? And I say that in the sense of, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but then when you're staring at 150 athletes and their parents are behind them too, you're like, oh, I'm in some serious stuff right here. Like I got to make sure any decision that I'm making is going to be impactful for not only the organization that I'm representing, but for the youth, the parents. They need to, have that buy-in. That's really what it comes down to. If you have buy-in from the parents and the athletes they're soaking it up, right? But kids today are very in tune with their emotions. They are emotionally intelligent, and I say that because if it's something that they want to do, they're going to tell you they don't want to do it. Like period. Like when I was growing up, it was like it was like, okay, let's do it. We got to do it. They told us to do it, right? And so I think once you have that buy-in, that's impactful right there, right? People are going to look to you for leadership decisions, look to you for any type of value add, decision making, all of that. And so I think, for me, having young men and young women in my fold, I definitely want to do everything and anything to help get them in the right mindset, right? Like you get exposure to these things, you might not be good at it, but down the road you're going to be like, thank you for that, thank you for showing me, thank you for creating that opportunity, no matter what it was. And I think that's impactful.
So I'm gonna flip So when I say okay, everything you said is absolutely a stamp. That's definitely a stamp. So like I'm gonna give you an example of how like I would picture impact in the community. During it'll get snow here. Granted, if it's a big blizzard, snowstorm, whatever, right? And I'm from this neighborhood. This is my city, whatever first neighborhood. When it snows outside, I'm outside shoveling or elderly people driveways and helping them get in and out. I feel like when somebody see that, you from here and you doing this, no matter how much money you got, how successful you are, you still come home and you show that this is where you came from. You never forget. Cause like a lot of I despise coaches and trainers that never played basketball. Like I got one coach that I had overseas. He never played basketball, but he was a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
But what I mean by like the trainers, the dudes who get these kids, charge these parents all this money, they never played, and if they did play, they played D4, D5. They never got on the court, and they YouTubing these dumbass drills. The kids can never use in the game. Like, bro, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, nah. So, like, for me, impact, I gotta know what have you done, because I think that's taken away from the community.
Yeah. You're
teaching the kid to do 3, 4, 5 spin moves without dribbling, 2 hop steps and a layup.
Right.
Like, bro, I'm off the slack. Bro, what are you doing? Right. Like, bro, what are you doing? Who taught you this? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm trying to work on his footwork. Going to work on his footwork like that would have put him in soccer. Like, what do you, like, dog? Like, I just feel like it's people who impact the community, it's people who take advantage of the community, it's people who let down the community. Yeah. And those type of people take advantage of the community, and they let down people who, how they pitch themselves to get this opportunity to do what they do in the community. Like, I'm from here. No, that's not the end. That's not what we thought when we met you. That you had a whole different vision. Now we see this ain't what we signed up for. Excuse me, I'm taking my kid away from this. Keep it all funky $100 for this session, but that's it.
See it all the time. So to answer your question even further, this was a full circle moment for me. My wife and I volunteered for the NFL Flag Football League a few years ago. My wife was pregnant at the time. This is like late 2019, spring 2020, early. Actually, it was when, unfortunately, when Kobe died, right? I'm coming off the field and getting the news about Kobe dying.
I was in Russia.
Crazy moment. But rewinding a little bit, my wife and I are signing up our athletes to do the flag football, and they're like, we don't have any coaches. Okay, like, damn near $300 for my kids to do this, and I ain't got no coaches. Okay, we'll do it. So we signed up, we did it. Had a great season, made it to the playoffs. My wife and I got coach of the year, right? It was crazy, right? It's just crazy dope. Fast forward 2023, maybe? Yeah, 2023. I'm the athletic director at that Just Junior Rockets.
Yeah.
One of the coaches is out, so I had to step in. And will you believe that? And I've seen this kid numerous times, right? Like throughout my Sunday playing, I'm out here coaching. And he looked at me and he goes, Coach Cannon, do you remember me from flag football with NFL? That was you coaching us. I looked at him, I was like, well, that was you, son. Like, you've grown a lot. Like, I mean, it's just, and I saw his mom, I was like, your son just told me that he remembered me coaching him for flag football. And he remembered it. Like, how much more impactful can you be in a young kid's life? Now, mind you, I wasn't coaching like he saw me in that regard, so it probably didn't click until I was actually down there in practice doing, coaching stuff. It clicked for him. So that's something I was like, okay, I'm giving some impact in certain areas. Kids are understanding and remembering me for the things that I taught them.
So do you feel like the message that you were delivering to the young kids at the time, did they grow up, or are they growing up to be good human beings 100%. Behind the way you taught them?
100%.
A lot of times it's a message. And it's also who's delivering the message. Because some coaches, they talk to you like I said, I'm from up north, Philly, and it wasn't no.
Yeah.
It wasn't no like, next time do better. It was, I don't give a.
Yep.
But as a kid, you don't understand it until you get older because the coach is never personal. Yep. They see something, you don't notice. And crazy because I'm older now, and I actually understand it now. They saw something in me that I didn't see, so they're forcing me to be the best version of myself that I can be.
Yes.
So 9 times out of 10, when I'm delivering a message to kids about playing basketball at a high level, I never tell them nothing they want to hear.
Right.
They want to hear all the, nah, bro, it ain't that. I'm telling you, you think these people that you look up to on TV good because of what you see on TV? It's what you don't see.
Right. The work.
It's what you did. Like right now, I'm talking to y'all, and I'm depriving y'all all the time because there's a kid in the gym right now, working right now.
Yep.
When y'all go home and play 6 hours on a game, it's a kid in the gym, 6 hours.
I tell my son that all the time.
Like,
Someone's working better.
I get it. You're gonna be a kid. I get it. I'm not telling you don't be a kid. Play the game. You know, you gotta have that balance. But for kids that really want it, they out there get it. Mom, dad, I don't care. I want to go outside. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like today, I don't even see kids outside playing basketball in the hood no more.
In my neighborhood, they all outside.
I don't see
At
kids.
my house.
I got a whole full court right there in the front.
Ain't
Whole
nobody
full court.
out there.
Nobody out there.
You just sparked an idea. Thank you.
See, collaboration's coming soon. See this? See what happens when two black kings get together and for positive reasons,
Yup.
not for being at court, being Cody's. You see what happened? But no, but yeah, that's I just feel like everybody needs coaches that care. Like, so this brings me back to my next question. How do you measure success over revenue? Because some coaches coach to make money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's a job, I need to get paid for it. Others coach, like for me, I haven't got a coaching job yet because today's day and age is all about who you know. I don't want to be a head coach though. I don't want that pressure. As a player for 17 years, 21 including college, I don't want that pressure. I know what they go through. I want to be an assistant.
Yeah.
So when my time comes, it's easy for me. I came from the mud.
Right.
I've been through everything you can possibly name.
Yeah.
Jail, everything. And still made it.
Right.
So I'm not giving you the spill of, yeah, you great dog, you got 30. No, I don't care about you getting 30 points, bro. I don't care about none of that. Don't care. Can you score 30 in the system? If you score 30 without ball holding, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Can we get all the way through the play before you take a shot?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Or are you the first one back on defense if you ain't shooting? Because now the guards get back first. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't care about you getting 40 and your parents might get excited about it. My kids score, yeah. That's not me. I don't care about none of that. That's cool. I fuck with the other things, the things that you don't keep a note for. Like, you don't, it's not a stat sheet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just feel like coaches should be people that actually care other than looking at it as just a job. Because they give anybody a job. Anybody can have a job. Like, you know what I mean?
Volunteering.
Prime example, I applied for so many coaching positions. You know what they told me? I'm overqualified. How you want? First of all, give me the opportunity to say I don't want the job. If I'm telling you, I'm gonna take your stipend, whatever it is, I'm gonna take it. Coach, you tell me, oh, but you're overqualified. We can get some.
That don't make no sense. That excuse from someone is like, really, you want someone else to have this job?
And I'm not even asking you for money. I'm telling you, I'm coaching for free. The stipend is $150 a month. I'm coaching for free.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you telling me I'm overqualified for that? I didn't tell you I was.
Right.
I didn't say, oh no, I can't do that.
Right.
I'm telling you, give me that.
A lot of times they're intimidated. That's what that comes down to. They're like, "Ooh, he gonna try to come here and take my job."
And then you see you coach. It's a fat man, athletically challenged, never done nothing.
Right.
Just in there, just run. Yeah. Malik, get Randy. We're gonna run play 2 is where. That one. Yeah, that. Whatever you say. Yeah. Then the one that sucks up to parents. I don't suck up to parents. Even when I did like coach, like voluntary. Yo, stay back there.
Right.
Stay back there. You ain't got nothing to do with this. This is for them. I understand you're living through them right now, but this is for them.
Everything.
And I'm telling you, you're gonna make them hate you or hate them. It's gonna hate the sport. It's gonna be one or the other. They're gonna say, "Mom, Dad, you're embarrassing me. I hate you," or "Yo, you're making me not like basketball. You keep making a scene every time. I don't want to go. I don't want to play no more. I don't want to play." So like, but you know, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, it is.
It's a whole nother level.
It is for sure. For sure.
Oh man. This can go. This interview can go a long time, but you know, it's like if more people people build business this way that you done started and things like that, right? What do you think would change in the community? Like if you can get every other, so say you live on a block with 20 houses, every other house you get someone to start up or create or join something in the community. Like, okay, you got basketball, 2 doors down. Okay, we teaching soccer. 2 doors down, we got baseball. 2 doors down, we got track. 2 doors down, we got softball.
Yeah.
2 more down. Okay, 2 more doors down, we got football. 2 more down, we got chess. Then we got a reading club.
Yep.
Then we got to teach kids how to get on the World Wide Web. We got to teach kids how to send an email. Like, if you can get, like, how do you feel about what would change? Like, how would that change in the community?
Man, it would do a lot because to your point earlier about how to measure success, the world has changed, and you know this from how these athletes are being developed, right? And you get into these college programs, these coaches are not developing their players. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now. So whatever they say, like it's the truth because they got contracts, they got deals, they got boosters, they got all this pressure, and it's all boiling down to money at the end of the day, which is fine. Money makes the world go around. So now, as these kids are coming up in their youth years, it's on the parents to be able to develop them. That's why you see these parents going so hard with all these trainers and they're just spending money because they don't know. They're going into these things blind, right? So again, the impact and how to measure success for me, watching these kids develop and get better year after year, game after game, right? Like that goes beyond anything else that I've done because you actually see it in your face. And they're going to remember everything that you did. They're going to remember. I have kids that I've seen, they stop me and they're like, hey, Coach Cannon, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's school? How's work? How's this, right?
Yeah.
So that is the success measurement right there. Now, to your other question, which was, if you don't mind repeating it again, because I wanted to make sure I answered the last one. Oh, the community and how we had the different things in different areas, how that would change it. Sorry, I remember. Listen, it's like I mentioned earlier, it takes a village. It's a community to the point of if we have something like that, it will change our way of thinking because now we're not relying on, I guess, other people to help develop our children in that regard, right? It takes volunteers to do these things outside of the norm and it's time. And that's something that everyone doesn't have a lot of, but when you start seeing, if you would start to see that, like you just mentioned, you got football here, basketball here, web, life skills in one area, people gonna come and be like, "Dang, you got a nice thing going on over here. How can I help?" It's that buy-in, like I mentioned earlier. You have got to have the buy-in of the people that you're representing in the community, the kids, parents, and on and on and on. Like that would make it successful. I think that would change a lot.
See, I think this generation don't understand that raising village term because I'm gonna give you an example of raising a village where I'm from. I live in the projects for about born and raised about I was like 10 to 12, right? The projects, everybody knows each other from the candy lady to the
100%.
south, the block to
100%.
whatever.
Yep.
Even after I got the projects, if your mom and dad or your mom or whoever dropped you off at somebody's house, they say if they bad, you can beat their ass.
Yep.
In the projects, if they do something, whoop their ass, and then I'm gonna tell your parents. Yeah, I'm whoop their ass, and then when you get hurt, and I'm gonna whoop their ass.
Yeah, they got another ass whooping, but I'm gonna be the one to tell your parents I whoop your ass, and then you'll be the
so like the 90s, I feel like the 90s, 80s. So I'm 81. And you like 85, 86. Okay, so the 90s was like the perfect era for me because it wasn't like this. Kids wasn't. It was generally all respect. Like it was grandmoms, and it was great. Now it's crazy. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't even like right now these programs that a lot of the stuff that I just mentioned. They don't have that. They don't have a program where they teach kids how to use the internet.
Right.
Most kids just go to their phone, go to TikTok or IG or something or whatever.
It's so easy now. It used to be hard. We used to have to actually learn stuff.
And
it's
so
and accessible. It's so accessible now. Yeah. To your point about the projects, like when I was growing up, I'll never forget this story. And if my mom sees it, she'll laugh. I think I was in the second grade. First or second grade. In the projects in an apartment complex here in Killeen. I'm a little bad kid. My mom's single parent. It's just me and her. And everyone knows me. I have friends in the neighborhood. I'm thinking I'm the man. So I sneak out the house after she told me no. And I was on some James Bond 007 type stuff, sneaking out,
Yeah.
hiding behind a trash can, seeing if the coast was clear, then I took off. And I remember going to hang out at my friend's house. It got dark outside. The friend didn't even ask, is it okay for you to be over here? I just think it was just because I was out and about, normal neighborhood kid stuff. Well, little did I know, I shouldn't have left. I know I shouldn't have. But I'm coming back, and a neighbor upstairs sees me walking. She's like, Jonathan, don't move, Jonathan. And just starts screaming my mom's name. Yvette, he's right here. Don't you move, Jonathan. I'm in the middle of the street. I'm like, what the hell's going on? As a kid, right? What's going on? All of a sudden, I see my mom coming around the corner with one of her friends. Her friend's pushing a stroller. My mom smoking a cigarette with a belt in her hand with tears crying down her eyes. She thought I got abducted because she didn't see me for a few hours, right? She didn't know where I was at, couldn't find me. She whooped my ass from the time she grabbed me in the middle of the street all the way to the apartment, before I got in the shower, in the bath, after I got out. Like, I would never forget that.
And then hug you and kiss you.
Oh my God.
You know why I beat you, right?
Facts.
And there was a
Facts.
comforting ass whoopings, like, you know why I beat you, right? You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Like, all right, it's cool. My ass still hurt though.
Yes.
You did all that don't matter. I'm hurting. You beat me out the shower. My shit red. Like, well, I'm cool. Then we go to school tomorrow. I'm gonna play tag or football or something recess and be hurting. Think about what's wrong with you. Nothing. Nah. But
Yeah. Facts.
yeah. So before we close out, what would you? Everything that you know now, what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
Man.
What advice would you have for your 20-year-old self?
20 years old. Without all the technology enablements we have today, right? 20 years old, I was in Nebraska. I mean, we had phones, we had pocket PCs and stuff like that. I think I would tell myself to get after it. And I say that respectfully because I was in the situation in college. When you go to college, you're a broke college kid. You can't balance work, sports, school, and you're on a scholarship. I don't know who's ever done that. And this is before NIL. People were getting money sent their way, but it was all under the table. You had to know who you had to be a superstar and all that. I was still hustling a little bit on the side, doing little small things here and there that I could, but I would have told myself to really leverage the things that I had learned, even from leaving high school and working at a bank. I was trying to work at a bank in Nebraska, but again, scheduling and it wouldn't fit. But start now and keep going. Don't wait, right? Like, the time is now. You're gonna appreciate it now. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. Nothing is easy in life. You know this now. Now apply yourself to something that you know you can be successful at. And I wouldn't even have known what it would have been, but I would try to figure it out, right? Like, I have a sign on my desk. It's a neon sign that says, everything is figure outable. Everything that you put yourself in any situation, you gotta be able to figure it out. Regardless if you're walking into it with a plan or not, you gotta be able to walk and chew gum, right? So if you're in a situation, you gotta figure that shit out, period. And that's what I probably would have told myself. It's nothing where it's like, oh man, you should invest in this stuff or you should do that. Hell no. I came from a military family. We were not wealthy. I was, by the grace of God, got a scholarship, in-state resident. I had to take out student loans, got some grants here and there. So we were nowhere near like some of the other folks were. But I probably would have been a little bit more proactive, like, okay, no offense, but all these white boys up here doing all this construction stuff, like, what is this about? Like, let me learn something off the cuff while I'm studying that might help me, later on, or that might be an opportunity that they're not looking at, right? That would have been something that I would have told myself, keep going, keep looking, and keep striving for, what you want. It's yours. You don't know what it is, that's fine, you're 20. I think I changed my degree plan probably twice at that moment. So 20-year-olds, you really have what they say, the world in your hand to be able to do what you want, because you're at that age. But just focus and find the right thing to do that you'll like to do. You don't have to love it. You like to do it at that point.
Thanks. So from FinTech, entrepreneurship, e-commerce, notary, remote services, AI, legal tech, virtual depositions, leadership, youth, community, startups and strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Cannon.
Appreciate it. I'm all over the place, man, but I appreciate you, man. This is great.
And before we leave, can you give us the website to your shop?
Oh, yeah. If you want to look at it, it's www.JCannon, The Holiday Shop. I kept it ebonics. DAHolidayShop.tx. You can find me up there. And I'll drop the link too so you can have it.
I'll put the link in the video also for you guys to click.
Yeah.
But thank you for another episode of Respect Rec Podcast. Signing out.